All right, we are live. How's it going? I'm doing awesome. Why? Because today was the last school day before fall break. And we don't have to be at school anymore until Monday. Monday, the kids don't have to be at school, but we do. So students are off, but teachers have a couple of questionably productive meetings. Yeah, so it's going to be nice to just be with my family, just kind of recoup and regenerate, get rid of this dumb cough. I feel fine. I just can't get rid of this stupid cough. Oh my gosh. I feel fine. Feel great. Awesome. I don't know if I could run a marathon. My body is just not built for marathons. You'll have to forgive me too. You just caught me right at the end of a snack. I had some Trader Joe's those corn pops. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like the cheese ones, and then like the the sour cream and onion ones in the green bag. Oh, so good. I actually have a couple left over right here. If you're good, maybe I'll share. You want some? Here, you can share. All right. Good. Well, let's play. I'm feeling kind of giddy today. It's a good vibe to be in. I feel just kind of ridiculous right now. I love it. All right. A couple kids were doing the connections and the strands and whatnot, and in my second period class, and they know they're really good about it. Not to bug me. Don't say a word to Miller. In fact, one was about to say something, and he went, "Come here." Right? They made like a little secret pact about the answers to different puzzles, because they know don't share the answers because Miller will hear and he's going to get frustrated because you shared an answer with him. So if I overhear an answer, it's not good. So luckily I did not hear anything. I am not privy to any of these answers. All right, I see kidney, golf, great, bronco, pinto, vacuum, kitty, Lima. Okay, Lima could be either a bean or part of the NATO alphabet. That's funny. Navy, Olympic, elephant, fiesta, infinity, Bravo, Mustang, and Delta. All right, so I feel like one of those is probably one of those has got to be a red herring, right? So Lima, golf, Bravo, and Delta. Those are part of the NATO alphabet. But I also see Lima or Lima bean, right? Lima, Peru, or Lima bean. In the NATO alphabet, you say Lima. But if you're talking about the bean, you say Lima bean. Kidney bean, pinto bean, navy bean. So which are we talking about? Talking about beans? No, we're not talking about beans. I knew it. Delta, Bravo, Golf, Lima are part of the NATO phonetic alphabet. You know, I had a 1 in 2 shot. It was 50-50 whether I'd bite take the bait for the red herring. I fell head first into the red herring is what I did. How about Mustang, Bronco, Ford Pinto. Oh, Ford Fiesta. These are Ford cars. Absolutely they are. And leave it to me to get the easiest and the non-straightforward one for last. Oh my gosh. Every time. Not every time. But a lot. Very frequently. I got the middle ones first. And then what should be blaringly apparent, I get for last. How about that? John Marco, how you doing? Why fell to the red herring when 3 beans are all on top of each other? Oh, that's true. The starting position sort of is dictated by the puzzle maker. So maybe I don't know. I'm a sucker for red herrings. I don't know. Let's see. Vacuum. How about kiddie pool, Olympic-sized pool? Oh, infinity pool. I have heard of that. And I think a kidney pool. It's like a bean-shaped pool. Yeah. All right. And then Navy, Great, Elephant, and Vacuum. Elephant seal. It's a fill in the blank. Elephant seal. What is that? Oh, I know what an elephant seal is. I was thinking of like a sticker of an elephant. Oh my gosh. No, an elephant seal. It's a type of seal. The Great Seal. Oh, and a vacuum seal. Oh, like a mason jar with a lid on it, and it's like sealed, and you pop it off. That's vacuum sealed. Either by boiling, or there's like vacuum sealer jar lids you can put on, and it like sucks it out with a pump. And then Navy SEAL. At least for my last check of stats, 27% guessed beans. 27% fell into the red herrings, huh? I tell you, that's just rude is what it is. All right, here, let's scroll that up so we can see it. And we're ready to start solving. All right, Chromebooks, but not MacBooks. 3 letters. Maybe like HP, Hewlett Packard. Could be. That's one of the brands. Yippee! Wahoo! I don't know. We might change a lot of this. Reveal as juicy gossip. Like spill. Speaking of beans, spill the beans. With 2 down, chef who helped popularize chicken cordon bleu in the U.S. I don't know. I have no idea. I love chicken cordon bleu. That is darn sure. Let's see. To toss in. I don't know. Okay, so maybe this is wrong. Because this one is Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea. I actually have a friend, somebody that plays in my band, that spent probably 3 years living in Papua New Guinea. I'm trying to remember the name of the city, the one city that everyone thinks of in Guinea. Oh, now I can't think of the name. Phnom Penh? No, that's not in. No, I can't think of it. Yeah, she spent like 3 years in Papua New Guinea with her husband. 7 across. C7 across. Oh, I don't know who this is. State of matter for most elements at room temperature, solid. Is it really most elements that are solid at room temperature? That's interesting. Business-focused newspaper. How about the Wall Street Journal? Oh, I do know this one. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Julia. And that is Child. Julia Child. A lot of people say Julia Childs. Like plural, but that would be children, right? Child, just singular. Oh, and we missed one. We didn't even get to 5 down. Hello in Portuguese. Hola. Or in Brazil, you might say oi. O-I. Oi. All right. PCs. Those are Chromebooks, but not MacBooks. They're not technically actually full-on PCs. If you buy like a Lenovo or an HP or a Dell or something, it's got Windows on it. Yeah, that's like the full-scope PC. A Chromebook is basically a watered-down PC. Each of my kids get a PC or a Chromebook by being in our school district, and they are terrible. They are just terrible. Don't let my bosses hear that. I say bosses because I have like 7 different people I report to. But let's see. Oh, true, golf. If you're not thinking about Ford models, just car models, golf. In Brazil, the golf got turned into the goal, G-O-L. Like if you score a goal. Quero ver goal. An ode to beans. That's funny. 48% fell into the red herring. Kelly, how you doing? Should have said that. Yeah, Chromebooks, but not MacBooks. Chromebooks are just terrible. They're terrible. If you want to, run the Adobe programs, you have to either have a Dell or a PC, a PC laptop or a MacBook. Soup it up yourself or however you want to do it. But yeah, you cannot run the awesome, huge, big, awesome programs on a Chromebook. They're very limited. Very, very limited. All right. Wahoo! Yippee! That's so funny. I thought I was going to have to change that one. I'm a little surprised. To reveal as juicy gossip. Spill the tea. Spill the beans. Spill your guts. With 2 down, shelf. She's not a shelf. She's a chef who helped popularize chicken cordon bleu in the U.S. That was Julia Child. Not Julia Childs. People say put an S on the end sometimes. Julia Child. There was a movie about her too, right? Wasn't it like Becoming Julia or something? Something like that. It's a great one. Super good movie. All right. To add. I saw. Do you watch Old School Kevmo? I love his. In the last couple of years, he actually works for a sorority house. Like he lives. Like his job is he is their full-time cook, right? So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He creates these beautiful from scratch meals every single day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for like 30 sorority girls. And sometimes it's like, grab and go, lunch on the go, and they come in like containers and, you take it on campus or something. But he'll have them on ceramic plates and he'll make, oh my gosh, he'll make the most luscious looking food. And he'll just say it so like casually, like, toss that in there. Give it a little tossy toss. I love his attitude. And at the end of his videos, he goes, what a treat. Cheers, everyone. What a treat. So sometimes the kids, when the kids and I are cooking in the kitchen together, we say, what a treat. What a treat. All right, joke time, Callie. What do you do to upset your Chromebook? Just about anything. It will freeze at a moment's notice with nothing to do but power wash. What do you do? Using Safari. That's funny. Your Chromebook. So I just, I got this brand new laptop, and I have noticed that it, like when you open Chrome for the first time, Safari gets really angry. It notices that Chrome is open, or if you open, Firefox or Opera or something, it will go, hey, I just noticed you tried to open a different browser. Am I not good enough? It's so funny. That is funny. I don't even know if you can download new apps. I think it's just Chrome for web browsing, isn't it? I know the school loves it because they can pin it down. If you're logged into your school account, then you can only use, certain apps, certain programs. They lock it down. You can only use, even certain websites. You can't go onto Reddit or, some districts block YouTube and things. All right, Papua New Guinea. You do have a Chromebook? Okay, help me out. Papua New Guinea. Am I thinking of the wrong place? Oh, no. You know where she went? Hold on. I don't know how to spell it, though. She went to Vanuatu. Vanuatu. That's what it was. Yep. Vanuatu. How about Vanuatu? Vanuatu to Papua New Guinea distance. Oh, wow. They're way far apart. How come I thought that they were like super close? They're not even close to each other. Well, I have got walking distance. Can't even do walking distance. All right. Well, whatever. How about just tell me where they are? I want to learn something here. Okay, so Vanuatu is right there. I think she was in Port Vila. And then Papua New Guinea is way over there. Way, way over there. When I looked it up, it says it was a couple thousand miles. I don't know. I don't know the world as well as I should. I'll say that. I don't know the world as well as I should. I definitely, as a puzzler, as just sort of a tinker, like a mind freak, I guess, I should know more about the world around me. So shame on me for not knowing that. They are, I guess, kind of close. Kinda. Yeah, Julia Child. State of matter for most elements at room temperature. Solid, apparently. I thought they were mostly gases. I don't know. Yeah. I guess a lot of the radioactive ones, huh? They're solids. Business Focus Newspaper, for short. WSJ, Wall Street Journal. And then hello in Portuguese. Hola. You would say hola in Spanish too, but you would add an H, silent H to the beginning. I guess we found that redundant, so we took it off. All right. Do you guys like the pips? Do you like that I do the pips? I can go without pips if you want. 2 years ago, I learned you need a plane to travel from Honolulu to Maui. Yeah, all the different islands, different, far apart from each other. They look like they're just a cluster, and you can just, take a bridge or something. Not going to happen. All right, there's a lot of 5s here, which tells me maybe it goes like that. And there's not another that does this. Oops, there is. Okay, hang on a sec. How about that? And this. Oh my gosh, why does it do that? Cramp my style. Come on, pips. All right, next, the medium puzzle. Oh, we've got like lowercase l, large L. What's happening here? Okay, well, this one's easy, right? It's got to be 0 and... There is no 0 and 1, so it's got to be this one. That freaked me out, guys. That like legitimately freaked me out. I'm like, what the heck? You gotta be kidding. Okay, a 4. 4 and something. So maybe 4 and 0. Or 4 and 1, excuse me. Oh, I'm just spinning it around. Spin, do-si-do. You like that it's not a word game? I like that I'm growing my brain. I'm pretty square-brained in terms of math things, so I'm pretty impressed with myself every time I get one of them. Okay, so 2. These aren't equal, and they are all 3s. They all add up to 3. So I bet you this is a lot of low number stuff. If that has to be a 1. Okay, hear me out. What if it was a 3? And then the rest are just zeros. Is there 2 and 0? There is a 2 and 0. I see what you're doing here. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Oh, come on. Greater than 7, and then anything. New idea to make the channel go viral? Okay, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Funny. Pips. Says the word pips. That's great. Let's see, a 0. These are all zeros, so this, of course, has to be doubles. This one has to be 0 and greater than 3. That's the only other 0 greater than 3. Maybe 2 and 0, and then 1 and 3. Okay, that could be. And then there's only a couple more zeros. Two. Okay, and then that adds up to 9, so this would have to be a 3. And then 3, is there a 6 and 3? Because this has to be 2. Well, hold on, look at that one. Hold on, 2 and 6. Oh, I gotta use it over here. Hold on. I gotta use it here. Okay. So then... I mean, hear me out. What about 2 and 0? Six. That would be... Okay, that works. That works. Okay, so that satisfies this one. 3 that are equal to each other. And then 2, so 2 and 3. Excuse you. There we go. And then let's see if we figured this one out. This one, there's no more zeros. So greater than and then equal to 4. How about equals? This could be 4 and 5. This could be 5 and 1. Oh my gosh, I think we just did it. I think we did it, sports fans. Boom! In 2 minutes and 26 seconds. That's awesome. That is incredible. New York Times Games destroys local school teacher with dominoes. Teacher filing for abuse lawsuit. Yeah, right. I know. Clickbait. No, honestly, I don't like clickbait. Because it leads you up, it builds you up and then, crashes you down. You think it's going to be this great thing. You click on it and it's totally baiting you to click. It's in the name, right? Clickbait. I don't like using clickbait. I like telling it like it is. What's in the video? The most clickbaity thing I like to do is putting sort of like a title to each of my podcast episodes. Like yesterday, 2 days ago, it was called Deathbed Repentance. That actually got a ton of clicks. And then Fall Freedom, right? Because here we are, with finally we get some freedom. So I don't love to use like a clickbait title that isn't true. If it is actually true, sure. There's kids that come barking at me to, change their grade. That is absolutely something that does actually happen, right? So they come barking at me to change their grade, and I call it deathbed repentance. Or grade grubbing. Some teachers love calling it grade grubbing. All right, 2:26. I was going to compare that time with my medium puzzle. 2:01. Not that far off, honestly. This one, 0, 0. And then look at this. To make 3, it was all zeros and then a 3. So funny. And then 4 is to be greater than 7. I'm ready for this cough to go away. All right. 5, 5, 5, 5. All equal to each other. And then 2, 2. Easy. Okie dokie. Just wanted to check my chat status before I force myself to not look at the chat anymore, because we are playing Wordle in hard mode. So let's do it. There's a goofy word. Plank. Okay. Gave us the P. And we're in hard mode, so we have to keep using the P. But it's not at the first in this word. How about Spout. Stop. Wow. Okay, so S-P-O. I started getting excited. I saw green, green, green. I went, what? Could be spore. Could be... We already guessed a T, so it's not like sport. I don't know. Let's try spore. See what happens. Okay, it's not spore. S-P-O. I was going to say spoil, but we already guessed the L. Spotch. Spowy. Spoppy. What would this be? Spore was the only thing that came to my head. Now I can't think of anything else. Here's one. Whoops. Spoof. Spoof. Could say spoon. No, I can't say spoon because the N is already gone. Spoil. I already guessed the L. I don't know. Let's try spoof. Okay, it's spoof. Oh. Yeah, Plank got rid of spook, spoil, and spoon. Yeah, it totally did. Totally did. We're building up our streak slowly but surely. I had such a good streak going. Now it's gone. All right, so Plank. Yeah, that got rid of the L, the N, the K. It told us S-P-O for spout. And then spore. And I'm like, what? There's no other words that do that. Maybe with a double O. Sure. So spoof. It was a cover-up. It was a spoof. I forgot to do the thingy again. There we go. All right, Strands. Oh, that's fun. Let's make the 100 Days of Strands. That's cute. Going up. Up, up, up. We're going. Only go up from here. So is this about elevators? Oh my gosh. Elevator. Oh, here, look. Buttons. You're kidding. That's so funny. Okay. Basement. Oh, of course. Lobby. Whoops. Lobby. Ground floor. Oh, the alarm. I'm dying. The alarm button. Oh, close. It's 2 words. I was trying to make those 2 words into a single word. That's so funny. Oh, look at that. I have to take a screenshot of that. Perfect. 100, 100, 100. All the way across. That's adorable. 100 completed. 100 solve rate. 100% solve rate. Current streak 100. Max streak 100. That's pretty neat. Solved without hints most of the time. Spangram first 18 times, which included today. Elevator buttons. Open, close, basement, lobby, ground floor, alarm. That's great. Very clever. At some point in history, hotels got rid of elevator boys as a career. Yeah, that's true. Right? A bellboy. Somebody that it was their job to just man the elevators, go up and down all day. Yeah, take your stuff, get a tip. That was a tipped laborer for sure. All right, let's see how we do in Letterboxd. Try to solve in 6 words. Oh boy, there's an X. There's no E. There's no S. Oh boy, we're in for it. Okay, all right. We see RTX. That's funny. RTX. IOW. LQG. There's no. Oh, there is an N. Oh, we could do ING. NUA. All right, so QU. Maybe we should start with that. Ah, man. There's no E. Or quotient. ENT. Quoting. Garlics. There's no C for garlic. Garlax. This fox in a Grox box. That's a Dr. Seuss word. Okay, I'm gonna write down quoting. I feel like quoting is a good word. I don't know if it's a winning word. Is it a 5-star word, or is it just a 3-star word? Not. Yes, it is. Was that a hard hike? No, it was non-taxing. Oh, Callie, you haven't played? You want to play together? I don't mind if you jump in if you see something. I already wrote down the word quoting, but if we can find another word that knocks out a ton of letters like that, let me know. I love playing that word. I've played the word quintal so many times. Ever since I realized that it is a word. It's a word in Portuguese, right? The tile, like opening to your house, is called your quintal. It's like your front yard, but it's made of tile. Quintal. Or it could be your back, like behind your house too. Fundo de quintal. One of the very famous genres of samba is called fundo de quintal. Everyone sits in a big circle and just plays music on somebody's back porch on the tile. If we had a TH. I speak for the trees. The Lorax, he speaks for the trees. On behalf of the trees, get out! Do you guys see anything good? Let me know if you see anything good. I really want to play the word Lorax. All right, how are we using up this X? I can't do T-I-O-N words. I can do I-N-G words. So something can be taxing. Can't do O-W for growl. Grout. Seen a college humor about the Lorax. Except this time the Lorax speaks for the Wall Street bros who want to cut down the truffula trees. That's funny. It's representing a different party. It's funny. Grout. Taquito. Or that one video. Have you seen the video where she goes, taquitas? She goes to Walmart and goes and gets taquitas. Taquito. Oh, if I could play OW, I could just play owl. Can't do it. Okay, in good fashion, I'm going to write down these words. But that leaves us the L and the W still. I could almost spell walnut. That would solve it. That would solve it right there if I could spell walnut. Can't do it. If there was an S, we could spell lawsuit. Oh, if X and T were on two different sides, I could play the word oxtail. I think acquitting has a C in it. Yeah, it's ACQ. Man, oxtail would be a great word. There you go. N and A. I was going to say... I don't know what I was going to say. There's no D. Oxnard. That's a funny word in our house. Nard. I'm not going to tell you what it means, though. Let's see. I don't know. What do I use? How do I do the X and the Q? We just love quilting. Get me quilting. Can't do. There's no D. Groat, like an oak groat. Not a word. Okay, help me out, guys. How are we using this W? Another set of good words. Another set of good words, but no help. Quilting. Groat, like an oak groat. Which leaves us a W. So maybe the tough letter isn't X or Q. Maybe it's the W. Okay, ringing with a W. And that puts us at groat, like oat groat. Tux is a word, but then we end on an X. That's not good. Not a good thing. How about tuxing? Not a word. All right. Well, we can say tux, but we can't say tuxing. Actually, I like the word ringing. That's a good one. Just don't know how to get into that one. Maybe let's rewind a couple. Taquito. If the T and the X weren't on the same side, we could play oxtail. That's a fantastic word. Get out of here. Why is it still there? There we go. Go away. Go away. Oxing. Loxing. And then how do we use the L? Quilt. What T word do we use? Just taxing? Taw. There we go. What do we do it in? 4? 4 words. Quilt, taxing, groat, and taw. What does taw mean? Taw was one of those words I just sort of inserted in and hope for the best. Kind of clench your cheeks and hope for the best. Taw. To make hide into leather without the use of tannin, especially by soaking it in a solution of alum and salt. Tawing a swordfish. In marbles, a taw can refer to either a large marble used for shooting or the line from which players shoot. Oh, interesting. So your shooter marble. You ever played marbles before in the dirt? You kneel in the dirt and flick marbles at each other? That big shooter marble is called a taw, T-A-W. Or to tan a hide not using tannins. Interesting. Well, I learned something new by putting that word in. How'd they solve it yesterday? Chronological and loafed. Wow. Awesome. Well, if you like what you see so far, we're going to recap our answers right now. So if you want to stay on board and see how we solved all these puzzles, we did the connections first, the mini crossword next, the pips, the Wordle, the Strands, then of course we just barely did the letterboxed. And if you like what you see, give this video a like and consider subscribing because we do this every day. Today is the last day in the next couple days that I have to do this after school because in the next few days we don't have school, which feels pretty awesome. So we are on fall break finally. Well deserved. Well deserved. My goodness. I've had so many kids, not mentioning kids by name or anything, but just in general, I have noticed a lot of kids, and it surprises them that something is due. Oh, that had a grade attached to it? Yeah, and we did it 2 months ago. Oh, can I still hand it in? No. Where did you get that we would do that? No. I don't know. It surprises kids that we have assignments. I don't know. And then they go, oh, I didn't know I had to hand that in. Yeah, it was in Canvas. It was in the gradebook system. Like, how did you not know this? Like, oh my gosh. These kids are like spacey. They're space cadets this year. You know the idea of brain rot? You've heard the name brain rot. A lot of kids have rotted brains. Like, I wish it was just like, oh yeah, funny, brain rot. Yeah, funny. There are kids that have less mental capacity now because of I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose them. But there is so much content that is meaningless. I mean, AI slop and whatnot, that it startles me. It scares me, actually, how much brain rot there is. And it is truly, actually rotting their brains. They have less. I'm speaking generally. I'm not speaking about individual kids. I'm actually not even just generalizing like, oh, every single kid is dumber. I am saying in general, the ability to comprehend is lower. The ability to hold attention is lower. The ability to sit for 2 seconds, I mean literally 2 to 3 seconds, without needing to pull out a phone to see what the new notification is. It's addiction. Oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking and scary, both. So anyway, if you like what you see, give this video a like, consider subscribing, and we're going to recap some answers. We started with the connections puzzle today. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, Bravo, Delta, Golf, and Lima. And, of course, the red herring was the types of beans, right? There's the lima bean, the pinto bean, the kidney bean, and then navy bean or navy seal. So very, very clever. Ford Pinto. So the Ford models, right? The Bronco, the Fiesta, the Mustang, and the Pinto. My wife grew up driving a Pinto. It finally kicked the bucket right before she and I met. Types of pools: infinity pool, kiddie pool, kidney pool, that kind of weird bean-shaped one, and then an Olympic-sized pool, right? Swimming laps or diving, right? Cool stuff like that. Elephant seal, great seal of the United States of America, Navy seal or vacuum seal. You considered Infinity as a car model. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would also be a car model. Lots of different car models. The Olympic, I think, was technically a car model, too. Hold on. I'm going to look that up so I'm not telling you lies. Yeah. No, not Olympian. All right, maybe it's not. Oh, Olympian. Olympian Motors. There was such a thing as an Olympian Motors car. See, I wasn't making that up, you guys. I wasn't making it up. All right. And then we did the mini crossword today. That was fun. Chromebooks, but not MacBooks. Those are PCs. PC stands for personal computer. Yippee! Wahoo! Reveal as juicy gossip. To spill. Spill the beans. Spill the tea. Spill your guts. With 2 down, chef who helped popularize chicken cordon bleu in the U.S. And it's so good. Oh, it's so good. With a good soft cheese inside and ham. Big thick slab of ham inside. Breaded. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I just ate and I'm still hungry. Just talking about chicken cordon bleu. If my belly were full to the point of bursting and somebody offered me a chicken cordon bleu, I would eat it. I would absolutely eat it. I love chicken cordon bleu. It's one of my favorite things. In high school, you were the kid that had the bad name for not finishing homework, and then one day, English teacher offered us a pizza party if everyone handed in homework the next day. Uh-oh. Were you that kid? You didn't get the pizza party? To toss in, to add. Papua New Guinea. I was thinking of the island string next to it, Vanuatu. Well, not next to it, it's hundreds of miles. I think thousands of miles even. It's a pretty good distance. Let's see. State of matter for most elements at room temperature, solid. Business-focused newspaper for short, the Wall Street Journal, WSJ. And hello in Portuguese, hola, or you might say oi. Everyone in class immediately stared at me, scary, oh no. That's too bad. All right. Well, Pips was cool. Pips was just fine. 5555 for the mini, the little easy one. I would say that this one was a little bit more than medium. This was an extra medium puzzle. The giveaways were the zeros in the bottom left, or bottom right, excuse me. And then the 3, and then the other zeros together. So it equaled 3 because 3 and 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0. You did it the next day. The 25% chance that we might get Meat Lovers Pizza. Oh, I love Meat Lovers Pizza. That's a good one. That is a good one. Actually, I don't know what we're doing for dinner tonight. Maybe I will get a Meat Lovers Pizza. All right. This one was fun. It spells out the word pips. Cute. 4 and 4 for 8. 5 and 5 for 10. 3 and 1. 2 and 2. 3, 3, 3. Yeah, it all just kind of fell into place. This one did not go too bad. It was 2 minutes and 26 seconds even. All right, here. I'll pull up the graphic. I didn't pull up the graphic during the actual puzzle. So we started with the word plank, which ruled out the L, the N, and the K, because a lot of things that I was thinking of, like spoon or spool, didn't work. Or spook. Yeah, spook actually would have worked too. Oh, Hawaiian pizza is the best pizza. Yeah, I actually love Hawaiian pizza. I do love pineapple on pizza. Yes, it does belong on pizza. And if you're saying otherwise, you have never tried it. You've never tried it. Yeah, it's Canadian bacon or something. Super good. Yeah, so spoof. That was actually a really smart first move. way to guess that. Right? It just I stare at my keyboard and whatever like pops into my head, I say. Called a premonition. I don't know. Plank, sprout, spore, spoof. It was funny. Those kids that were talking in my second period class today, they were like, "Oh, don't say it to Miller. You know, don't say it too loud. You're going to give the answer to Miller." He was like, "Oh, you're going to have a hard time with the Strands puzzle today." And like looking back at it, I'm like, that was totally doable. That was very doable. In fact, I found the spangram first. Elevator buttons. Elevator buttons. They take you to the lobby, the ground floor, the basement. Close, open, and then alarm. If there's an emergency. Usually elevators are equipped with a button where you can actually directly call the fire department. You don't even call the front desk. You hit the button, it calls the fire department immediately. Which is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Don't want to cry wolf in an elevator. That's a bad idea. It's a bad way to meet a firefighter just because you think he's cute. All right. And then letterbox today was quilt. T for taxing. G led to groat, like oat groats. And then T for taw. What was taw? Oh, taw is like the shooter marble when you're playing marbles. Interesting. Okay, awesome. Well, if you like what you see today, give this video a like. Consider subscribing. You know, we have a fun chat. We do this right after school. When I first come home, I'm a teacher, right? So do the teaching thing, and then I come enjoy the time with you guys. So if you like what you see, consider subscribing, and I will just come right into your feed as a podcast. Some people will watch it in the background. They'll just kind of, do dishes or homework or whatever just in the background. Or you can actively participate in the chat like Gianmarco loves to do and Callie loves to do. It's very fun. We just have fun together, right? It's just a great chance to kind of expand your brain for an hour each day. So I hope you got to enjoy this one. You guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.